Here is what the president wrote in his 2:24 p.m. tweet, and here is what the rioters thought.
But that video seen during that hearing wasn't filmed by a reporter or a news agency, nor was the one you're seeing on screen. It was shot by a comedian named Walter Masterson, who went to the Capitol that day to make funny content for TikTok. He got a whole lot more than he bargained for.
Occasionally, the tree of freedom must be watered with the blood of tyrants. And that's what we have running our government right now, is a group of tyrants who steal elections on an industrial scale. Does anyone really believe that Joe Biden got more votes than Donald Trump? Hell no! Hell no!
Walterson was not only an eyewitness to the violence, he spoke to those extremists storming the Capitol and has spoken out ever since, to the point where the far right has started including him in their 1/6 false flag conspiracy theories. InfoWars even called Masterson a left-wing agitator. Comedian Walter Masterson joins me now. Let me ask you this question. You were there. You were an eyewitness. You were later accused of being Antifa, and I'm enjoying your T-shirt with the Friends joke about being Antifa. You saw what was going on. How much of what went on that day did you, from an eyewitness perspective, purely from your own experience, looked spontaneous versus looked organized?
Oh, it seemed very organized. As soon as, people went directly to the Capitol, as more people joined them, obviously, after Trump was done speaking, and there was a beeline, and it wasn't like, let's go see what we can do. They sort of laid the groundwork for this early on. I had been to every Stop the Steal rally after the election, and nothing about this surprised me. All of the rhetoric was, very harsh, and it was terrifying. So, I knew something was going to go down.
Did you have interactions directly with any alleged Proud Boys or Oath Keepers, or did you see them in action on the day?
So I have one of my first interviews that went viral was of someone saying, I am a Proud Boy. I follow Q. This election looks rigged. And if we lose the election, we're going to start a civil war to take this country back. Like, unequivocal. And this is right after the Trump's Proud Boy stand down, stand by thing that he said during the debate. And I asked the Proud Boy, oh, what about this? How did you interpret that? And he interpreted it exactly as you would imagine someone would interpret that statement. I interview a lot of people at these Trump rallies and stuff. I try to make a rule of staying away from Proud Boys. They're a little terrifying. They roll in like packs of 5 to 20. You're never just interviewing one. You start interviewing one, then, 10, 20 more of them materialize. They're dressed like they're going to go play paintball. It's kind of a bad vibe.
So talking of, I don't blame you, talking of bad vibes, I mentioned earlier, InfoWars and other right-wing conspiracy theorists have tried to include you in their deflecting conspiracies about 1/6 being a left-wing plot, Antifa. What has that been like for you?
It's funny. So, I was in New York City during quarantine when there were modular morgues set up. And, because of the overflow, the excess deaths that these hospitals had to deal with. And I was being told that none of these deaths actually occurred. So this is very par for the course. Something happened and you're immediately gaslit and being told none of this happened. All right. People have told me to my face that none of this happened. I imagined it. And if it did happen, it was me. But if it did happen, it wasn't that bad. It was just a few. And let me get this straight. And so I know all the talking points. It wasn't a few hundred people. It was thousands upon thousands, all everywhere, all at once. And everyone outside knew exactly what was happening inside because the people inside were coming right back outside and explaining exactly what was going on. So I will say this though, a lot of the MAGA attendees will go, it seemed so peaceful. And if you think about it, when I thought about that day, they're not totally wrong in the sense that once that first wave came through, smashed every window, ripped off every door, and just went in and overpowered everyone, it was, if you were, wearing red, white, and blue, you were chilling. I mean, you could go in there. People were relaxed. They're like, "Whoo, we did it." They're going inside. They're coming back out. Oh, I was just inside. You got to check it out. People are showing me videos. They're airdropping videos of what they did. Like, I have videos of people, like, entering the Capitol, ripping the doors off. That were
well,
just
thanks to those
airdropped.
videos, a few of them managed to get arrested and prosecuted. One last quick question. What do you want viewers to know about January the 6th? What are you hoping comes out of these hearings, in particular today's hearing? Quick last answer from you.
Okay, so this is sort of a thing that bugs me a lot. The Democratic Party is really bad at counter messaging. Okay, by the time they counter message something, it is mainstream. Okay, and there's a lot of things that we hear about and we think, oh, that's really stupid. We don't have to counter message that because no one's stupid to believe that. No one's stupid enough to believe that. And and then this happened, and then people think NASA is involved in sex trafficking. People think the vaccine has microchips in it. People think the Hunter Biden laptop story, perfect example. It's a stupid story. And
so you're hoping
are stupid.
You're hoping this committee can set the record straight for the people who believe in misinformation.
I don't think they will. I mean, I'd like them. I'd like the Democratic Party to become better at counter messaging, and that is
wouldn't we all?
That will bring.
Wouldn't we all?
Yeah.
Let's leave it on that note of agreement. Walter Masterson, appreciate.
Happen at the hearings today. I mean, at the hearings overall.
Well,
I'd like people's hearts and minds to change.
Well, we can only see what happens. Today's hearing should be very, very interesting. Walter Masterson, thank you for your time. Appreciate it.